Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Whether you are hanging out here on Zoom or you're seeing this later on Facebook, welcome to Gentle Morning Yoga. I hope you enjoy. We're going to start off seated today, and you can just sit in any cross-legged position or sit in long sitting, whatever works for you. We're just going to start by taking a few deep breaths, inhaling and exhaling. Just noticing your breath, noticing your posture. Just being here for a moment. I love to move and do a little meditation in the morning. Myself, when I'm waking up in the morning, is not the brightest time for me. I have definitely some slowness, some of the darker thoughts that I think happen in the morning, and so I just had to set them aside for a while I let myself wake up. Practicing a little yoga like this is one of my favorite ways to do that. So let your breath expand as you inhale and empty out as you exhale. And just right away here, begin to give yourself some breaths that feel really good. See if you can find some sensations that feel really full, satisfying, like you're stretching out your breath. And I can cue you to do that, but of course it's something that only you know if that's happening. So as you breathe, really notice what you feel and explore and see if you can find a way to breathe that feels really good. We'll do this just for about 5 more breaths here in this seated position. Inhale. You might even feel like the top of your inhale is a little bit of a stretch. Exhale fully out. And today, as we breathe during our practice, we're going to work with some imagery that we're inhaling, whatever it is that we need. When you inhale, bring a color, a thing, a word, an energy into your body. And as you exhale, release something that you don't need anymore, that you don't need right now. We'll connect to that a few times. So for the next couple breaths, just inhale something you need, even if it's as simple as like a light color, a bright color. And exhale something that you don't need. Maybe you know something specific. Maybe it's just an image that works for you. One more time, inhaling what you need. And releasing on exhale what it is you don't need right now. We're going to go ahead and lean over onto the left hand. Reach the right arm up and just take a little lean to the side. Let your right hip be heavy and you're just looking to find a nice long stretch through your right side. Take a few breaths there. All the shapes that you make, you want to look for it to feel good. Explore, adjust, change it up. You don't have to make the shape look exactly like the shape my body makes. You make this shape from the inside out and look a little different. That's okay. Then just come on over to the other side. Let your right hand come down. Your left arm float up and lean to the side. See what you find here in your back and along the side body in the left. Then expand and breathe into the left side of your body. Take a few breaths. Galen, I hear you talking. And inhale, come on back to center. We're going to let the hands come behind the hips. Lean back on your hands a little bit and puff your chest up towards the sky. Look up and breathe here. You can squeeze your shoulder blades together It's okay to look up, it's okay to look forward. All that depends on how your neck feels. Leaning back, lifting your ribs and chest, opening up the front of the body. Taking some nice deep breaths. Finding out how you can take nice deep breaths. Remember, keep exploring as you practice. And then come on forward and see if there's any room for you to walk your hands forward. Lean over the legs and breathe into your lower back here. Inhaling what it is you need and releasing whatever it is you don't need as you exhale. Drawing it in, exhale, releasing it out. Inhaling and filling up, exhale and emptying out. See how the low back and the hips feel. One more breath here. And then come on up and just change the cross of your legs. If your legs are crossed, place your other leg in front and we'll lean forward one more time. It's really common for our sides to feel different, so as you come forward again, see what you notice. Maybe a little different as you change the cross of your legs. And then again, breathe. Inhale and exhale. And you could let the head hang down. All the while you're practicing being kind to the body. One reason taking an exploratory approach to your practice is so good is it causes us to pay attention the whole time. We have to find out what's happening again and again if we're exploring. And that's really good mindfulness practice, keeping on coming back to what you're feeling now. We'll inhale and walk it back up. Let's find our way onto the hands and knees and take some cat and cow. So finding your way onto your hands and knees. Remember, if your knees don't feel good on a hard surface, get a towel or a blanket under your knees. It should feel good. And as you inhale, you're going to let your tummy drop and look up as much as you can. And then as you exhale, curl the spine, tuck the tailbone, and round. And then keep on changing. Inhaling, arching, and exhaling, rounding the spine. And again, exploring here. Moving however much it feels good to your back. Finding the edge. Rounding the spine and seeing where is the edge this morning. And then arching your back, lifting your tailbone, and looking out. And seeing where is the edge this morning. Honoring that edge. It's okay to do a practice that is kind and generous for your body. There's a lot to be gained there. Hey, Logie. Little big breaths in and out, going at your own pace. And since we got a cute doggy in the room now, we're going to move into downward dog. So, hands walk forward a little, and we'll lift the hips. Downward dog, you can have your hands on the back of the chair, which might feel good to do that. If you want to try it, you can stand and place your hands on the back of the chair. This. Okay. So yeah. It's a little gentler. My dad's practicing with us this morning. So try placing your hands on the chair. There you go. And then lean over like that. Yeah. All right, friends. If you're on the floor or on the chair, take 2 more big breaths. In and out. And next exhale, we'll walk the feet up to the hands. And then once you're here, inhale and come halfway up. And fold forward as you exhale. And repeat that a few times. Inhaling and extend. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lifting up halfway. You can totally bend the knees here. Let this feel good to your lower back and to your hamstrings. Inhale, floating up, and exhale, releasing down. And up. Just try a few more. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, release. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. And the next time we'll come all the way up. Bend the knees, round the spine. Coming all the way up to standing. And once you're up here, just take a few shoulder rolls. Just rolling the shoulders. Rolling the shoulders. Inhale on the way up with the shoulders. Squeeze the shoulders together as you come around. Inhaling what you need, what serves you. Exhaling what doesn't serve you. And that meditation of the breath can be something really specific, or it can be just a color of light, sense of your energy, drawing in breath and out breath. And as you draw in, take in what you want and need. Exhale what you don't. Let's take 2 more shoulder circles. And then inhale, sweep the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, just release. Inhale, gather it up. Exhale, release it. 2 more times. Inhale, gather it up. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, gather it up. And exhale, let it go. All right, let's come back to the front of the mat. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up high. And exhale, fold forward. Down into forward fold. Inhaling halfway up. And then let's exhale and here walk your body back into all fours. Repeat some cat and cow here. Inhale and exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths. Revisiting flexion and extension in your spine. See if this round is a little different. And then let yourself just stand on the left hand here. And as you inhale, open up the right arm. And then as you exhale, reach through the arms, coming to thread the needle, and we're going to just move with it. So as we inhale, open up however much you can, exploring, responding to what you find. Exhale, reach it through as much as your body is able to do that. And just continue as you inhale, open up. As you exhale, bring it through. Inhaling, opening up, reaching the hands apart. Exhale, release. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, open wide, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, bring it through. You're going to feel a little work in your standing arm. Bring up that arm. Last time, exhaling, bring it through. And then between sides, let's rest in child's pose. And bring the hips back to the heels. Reach the hands forward and just take a few breaths over the legs, letting the hips relax down towards the heels as much as you're able to. Enjoy a few breaths here. Inhaling, filling yourself up. Just the right thing. And exhaling, releasing, releasing, releasing. What doesn't serve you anymore. And then the next inhale, let's float back onto the hands and knees. And let's take the other side. So we're going to lift up the left arm, open as wide as it works for you. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale up. Let yourself move through the spine in this twist as much as you can. And we're breathing. Big, deep inhale as you open up and expand. Nice deep exhale as you cross under and reach your arm through. Moving at the pace of your breath. Let's do 3 more. Opening up, reaching. Exhale. Release. Inhaling. Expand and exhale, twist. Inhaling, expand. Last one. And exhale. Release back down. And now choose child's pose or downward dog. Whatever is best for your practice right now. And choose. Take a few breaths. And from downward dog or child's pose, walk your feet to your hands. Take a couple breaths here in forward fold. Nice, gentle release of your lower back and hamstrings. And then bend the knees and roll up. Let your spine articulate. Stack each vertebrae on top of the neck as you come on out. And as you inhale, bring the arms forward. And as you exhale, open wide. Inhaling, big circle to the front. Exhale, open it up. You can feel really nice here to stretch the fingers long, to reach the fingers wide as you come down. Nice stretch through the arms. Let's take one more big circle. Inhaling up, exhaling open. And then just pause for a moment. You can stand and breathe. You can take a sip of coffee. I hope everybody's feeling good. All right, so from here, let's go into warrior 2, just a gentle warrior 2. That means you're going to stand nice and wide on the mat. Hi, Bubby. Hello. So you decide how wide do you want your feet to be, and let's turn out the left toes. So you're going to try practicing bending the knee a couple times. Make sure you can still see your big toe. And then you decide how much do you want to bend the knee. And then let the arms come on up and gaze out over your left fingertips. Just hang out here for a couple breaths in warrior 2. Let your lower belly engage. And if it starts to feel too intense, then you don't have to bend the knees so much. Just taking the shape, taking some breaths. And then we're going to gently lift the left arm up. Reach that arm up towards the ceiling. You can let your back hand come down onto the thigh. And then everybody choose here. How much are you bending the knee? How much are you leaning back? Find that sweet spot. Just like Goldilocks, find the right bowl of oatmeal. Not too hot, not too cold. Do it just how you want. And there's a lot of skill in there because you have to listen to your body. You breathe. You notice how you feel. You choose that gentle, sweet spot for you this morning. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Matters what it feels like. And then release. We'll straighten the front leg and bring the arms down. Move into a gentle triangle. So let's begin that just by bringing the hands onto the hips. We're going to have the legs nice and long. Push the feet into the floor. And then just begin to tip over towards your left toes. Tip a little. Then you may find you're going to rest your hand on the thigh. You may rest your hand below the knee. You might reach your other arm up. So wherever you come in this mellow triangle this morning, from there you can be all the way down to, just like in the last pose, just notice what you feel and take that shape. If you want to be pressing your hand above or below the knee, that's a lot safer and happier for your knee. Breathe here, and as you're here for a few breaths, see if there's anything you want to change. You can come up, you can come down. Can you take some nice deep breaths? Enjoy those beautiful breaths. Maybe grow a little longer through the legs and arms. And then reach it out, come back up to standing. Turn your toes to face the long side of your mat. And just take a couple breaths. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift the chest. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, arms wide, reach it up. Grow long everywhere. Good. And we're going to leave the arms out in a big T. And just press them towards the wall behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Sometimes having the arms up here doesn't feel great to some folks' shoulders, so just let your hands drop down a little bit if that's true for you. But we're reaching the chest up, squeezing the shoulder blades back. And then exhale and we'll fold forward. Here's a place where you can bring your hands to a block or all the way to the floor. Feel free to bend the knees as you stretch here. Hang out there for a few breaths. Take some nice deep breaths. Inhaling what you want to bring in. Exhaling what you don't want to bring in. Let it be mellow. If you notice, I'm working really hard here. Maybe you step back or come up a little bit. Go ahead and roll your body back up to standing. Now let's take those shapes on the other side. So we'll turn out the right toes. Bend and straighten your knee a couple times. Look down and see if you can see your big toe. And once you feel like you've got your knee alignment, you want to keep drawing your knee back towards the wall behind you. And let the arms come out. Hang out in warrior two for a few breaths. Notice the breath. Reestablish those nice deep breaths. Notice what's going on in your body. Let yourself adjust. Notice what you feel. Maybe you want to straighten the leg a little more or bend your knee a little more, depending on what kind of experience you want here in your warrior two. Reaching the arms nice and long, nice deep breaths. And then we'll inhale and reach the right arm up to the sky. Create some length all along the side body here. Lift the ribs, lift the fingers up, and breathe. Keep experimenting, keep trying different things to find out how you can help the pose feel good to your body. You can change your shape, you can come in and out of it. Keep breathing, reaching. And let's come on up, let the hand come down, bring the legs to straight. Bring the hands onto the hips, press the feet into the floor. Find a little length here through your spine. And then just begin to tip over towards your right toes. Finding our way slowly into a gentle triangle here this morning. Lengthening the spine, and just going slow and finding a mellow place. Place you can hang out and breathe. And just feel your body opening up. Reaching the top arm up if you want to. When you're in a pose, you're not 100% all the way, the farthest you've ever been in a pose, or working the hardest you've ever worked. It's a really cool place to notice what's happening. So much is still happening. You can still refine all this alignment, and I find a lot of things I wouldn't find way down at the edge. This is another place I like to be. So a couple more breaths. Notice where you're at. And then inhale and reach it back up when you're ready. Turn the toes once again to face the front. If you want to take a moment, you can shake your legs out. And once you're here again, reach your arms forward. We're going to round the spine a little bit as we reach the arms forward. And then as we exhale, we're going to arch a little and look up. Squeeze your elbows together. So inhaling, arch forward a little bit like you're holding a big ball. Exhale, squeeze your elbows together. Look up, stand tall. Inhale, hug that big beach ball. And exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Puff the chest up. Inhaling. Exhaling. Let's do two more. Inhale, hug that big beach ball. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, last time. Hug that beach ball around the spine. Exhale. And then just let the hands drop for a moment. Wiggle around a little, shake it out. You can step the feet close together for a moment. We'll do one more forward fold here and straddle. We're going to come back down onto the floor. So, stepping your feet as wide apart as you want. Inhale and lengthen everything up. And then exhale and fold it forward. Find your spot. This time might be a little different than last time. Noticing how you feel in each breath. Inhaling what you need. Exhaling what you don't need. Soften the neck, see if you can let your head hang. It's going to be a really nice place to experiment with a little shift in your hips. Turning your hips to the right and left, very subtly, very subtle movement. As you breathe and relax. And soften the knees and we'll roll it up to standing again. We'll come through a vinyasa to come down to the floor. So stepping to the front of the mat. Let your hands come to the heart and just take 3 breaths. Feel your body breathing. And then next inhale, sweep the arms up. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let's walk it all the way back onto the tummy. Laying down on the tummy. Let your hands come down by the hips. We're just going to lift up into a gentle locust here. As you inhale, just lift your body up any amount. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Feel your back body turn on. Find some place to inhale and exhale. Release here. And then once again, find your way back to child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths, in and out. Let the hips sink down. From your child's pose, walk the hands a little more over to the right side. Walking the hands over to the right and then reach your left arm long. See if you can find a nice stretch through the lats here, your waist, the side of your back. Find some deep breaths. Come on over to the other side, walking your hands over to the left, and reach your right arm nice and long. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Hands will come back to center. Let's come on up and find ourselves in a seated position. We'll bring the legs out in front. Time for another sip of tea, or coffee, or whatever you got. Let's take a figure 4 hip stretch. So let's let the left leg be long and let the right leg come in. Take a moment, wiggle the flesh away from the sitting bones. You can draw the left toes back towards your face if that feels okay. And if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel a lot of effort here in the belly or in the hip flexors, or you're getting some cramps in the inner thighs, you should sit up on something. Sit up on a tall pillow or a block. It helps so much for this pose to feel good. It's going to help you with a little hamstring length so that your back can lengthen and your hip flexors don't have to pull you forward so hard. So do that for yourself. If it's feeling uncomfortable, sometimes I see folks are like, I don't want to use a prop, I'm not going to do it. But it's only there to help it feel good, to help everything feel better. And that's the whole point of this. So give it a shot. If you're ready, reach the arms up high and hover here for a moment. You want to feel the postural muscles working. You want to feel pretty balanced here. So I have some work in the front and I have some work in the back as well. If all the work is in the front or if the work is too intense, again, sit up on a cushion. It will feel good. Lengthen a little more. Draw your spine long. And then we'll exhale and fold forward. Reaching your belly button towards your left knee. There's a little bit of a twist here. Come forward however much feels good to you. And then breathe. See where you can soften this pose. Can you soften the face? Would you like to let your head relax down? Maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't. Either way is okay. Inhale what you need and exhale. When you're ready to release, you can exhale something that you're just practicing letting go of. Soften where you can soften. Ease into the stretch. Inhale, float it on up. Let's see if we can cradle this leg. So I'll offer a couple of options. So for some folks, you'll be able to hold on to the foot and cradle your leg like this. Again, if you were sitting up on something before, stay sitting up on something, holding your foot and holding your knee, and just sit up as tall as you can. I'm going to show this up on a pillow. So if you're sitting up higher, it's anything, you can feel really good. Cradling the foot. You can hold just like this. Some people's anatomy allows them to cradle like this. See what's true for your body this morning. You want to keep lifting the chest. Find a nice hip stretch. And you're feeling a little bit of arm work here. Drop the shoulders down. Focus on drawing some length into your spine as you lift the chest. And go ahead and place your foot on the outside of your leg if you can. If you would rather place it here, that's okay too. We'll take a little twist. So bring the left arm around, hold onto the shin or knee, and begin by just twisting back actively. So we're just going to reach the right arm straight back. Keep drawing the belly and chest up towards the thigh, turning your gaze around to the right. And then find some breaths here. Oh, breathing in a twist. It feels so good. Feel that pressure you create with your inhale. Let that be a little massage from the inside out. Keep drawing the crown of your head up towards the ceiling and dropping your shoulders down. And then release, and we'll take those shapes on the other side. So right leg comes long. Bring the left foot in. When you're ready, reach up and inhale, lengthen, lengthen. Really enjoy creating this nice length through your spine. You want to feel some work? You shouldn't feel miserable. Usually, again, you need more height if it doesn't feel good. Few breaths here, just engaging your postural muscles. This is a little bit of abs work too. Can you feel your low belly working? Can you draw it in? And then exhale and fold forward, twisting a little bit so the belly button is pointing at your right knee. And then just let this shape evolve the whole time you're in it. It's changing as you breathe. Inhaling what you need, exhaling what you don't need. Practicing that release on your exhale, softening a little more and a little more each time. Finding that point of stretch that feels really awesome. It can feel great to focus the breath way down into your lower back and hip in this shape. Are you able to expand your inhale way down there? Explore that, see if you can find that. Exhaling and softening, inhaling and filling the low back and hip. See if you can find. How can your inhale have sensation way down in the hip? And next inhale, float it back up. We'll find how we can hold the foot on this side. Again, really normal for your hips to be different from side to side. So holding the foot and holding the knee, and then drawing your chest up towards your shin. If your body allows you to cradle here with the elbows, you can do that. You can cradle foot and knee with your elbows. If not, just use your arms. Lift your heart. Find a hip stretch. Find a little work in your arms and draw your shoulders down as you lift the heart up. And enjoy your breaths. Enjoy the little bit of heat, the little bit of work you're creating. And then let's step across the leg, if that works for your foot and your hip. Lengthen again. Cross the right arm over and reach your left arm behind you. Nice active twist here. Lengthening, twisting, breathing. Heart lifting up, crown of the head lifting up as you twist. Turn your gaze over to the left thumb. Enjoy a few big breaths. And then release, bring it back to the middle. So we're going to stay in long sitting here for a moment. For this next shape, if you can clasp your hands behind your back, you can just use your hands. But some folks will want a little towel, or you can use a sweatshirt. Anything that's around you can use. Just going to sit. I'll show this with clasping the sweatshirt so you can see how that would work. I'm just going to hold on to it and reach the arms back, lift the heart. Draw the toes up towards your face and breathe here. Maybe you can look up. Really engaging the back body, lifting the hands as much as they can. If you feel really constricted, try letting the hands separate a little bit more. So maybe that means don't clasp the hands, maybe it means slide them apart from each other if you're holding something. Lift the chest, try to lift the hands, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then release. And one more time in seated, we're going to take that wide, active T shape. So reach the hands out, just reach the palms forward, and then let the backs of your hands go behind you a little, lift the heart. Reach your hands apart from each other. You probably feel some hip flexor work here, right in the front of the hips. Release there. And let's take a little forward fold. So you want to scoot the flesh away from the sitting bones. Relax over the legs. And take a little pulse at first here. So as you inhale, let your body lift up a little and extend long. And then as you exhale, fold forward. This is like we do in standing when we inhale and come halfway up into gazing pose. And then we relax over into forward fold. We're doing the same thing here in a seated position. So as you lift up, extend, drop the shoulders, reach the heart forward. And as you inhale, soften and round. Inhaling what you need, extending the spine. And exhaling, practice releasing what you don't need. Let's do 3 more just like this. Inhaling, extending. Exhale, fold. Inhale and extend. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhaling, lengthening. Exhale what you don't need and relax and forward fold for a few breaths. Just softening over the legs. Take very big inhales and exhales. Let the pose keep blooming and changing as you breathe in it. Exploring your shape. Adjusting little micro changes. All based on what you feel. Next inhale, go ahead and walk it back up to seated. We're going to lay all the way down on the mat. Take a couple poses laying down. If you feel like you're cooling off, stay warm. If you want to put on another layer, it's nice to stay nice and warm after your body has built some heat. It definitely helps me relax in Shavasana too if I'm not getting cold. So when you're ready, we'll lay all the way down and prepare for a little bridge pose. Letting the hips and the heels be close together. Lift the hips up. And if you feel good about wiggling the shoulders together under your back, you can. That might be too much. You don't have to go there. And however high you want to lift your hips is your choice. So you can be anywhere in that continuum of lifting your hips. And then send your breath up into the chest. Nice opening across the front body here. Engaging the hamstrings and glutes. Hang out here for 2 or 3 more breaths. And then roll it down. Articulate your spine. So see if you can imagine each vertebrae rolling down one at a time. And then letting your feet stay where they are, up by the hips. Try to bring the palms of your hands right onto the front of your thighs. And see what it feels like to push on the front of your thighs. I'm straightening my arms and pushing straight into the front of my thighs. And what I feel when I do this is a little traction in the lower back. Nice self-traction here, pushing straight into the tops of your thighs. I hope that makes sense. Pushing, pushing, seeing if you find a little bit of traction in your lower back. Couple breaths, making some space. If this hurts or doesn't feel good, just take a couple breaths and we'll be on to something else. Release that traction. We're going to go ahead and lengthen the left leg and draw the right knee in. I'm just going to do a little bit of gentle abdominal work. So first level is squeeze here, engage your low belly and change sides. And my back is on the floor and my heel is touching the floor. So even right here in this transition, there's a little bit of tummy work, some hip flexor work. Here's one level, okay. If you feel like, I could do a little more, I want to do a little more, then what you're going to do is lift your head and your shoulders, draw your nose towards your knee, and hold that as you change from leg to leg. And a nice squeeze, engaging the low belly, just turning on the abdominal muscles and moving. Every time you exhale, give that leg a nice squeeze in. Let's do each side one more time. And feel really good to the back. Turn on the abs. And relax, come on down. Let your feet be about as wide apart as your mat. And let the knees come to one side. And then swing gently over to the other side. Back and forth. Just feeling some nice looseness through the hips. You can feel a little lower back stretch here. Some people get a nice opening down the side of the thigh. Just feel free and loose, swinging the legs side to side. And the next time your knees come over to the left, let them stay over to the left. And then reach your right arm up high. And just take a moment and stretch long all through your right side. From your right knee up through your right fingertips. I think it feels really good here to engage the glutes a little bit, to push the hips forward. I feel some really nice length when I do that. Drawing the hips forward a little bit by squeezing that right glute, and I'm pushing my right foot down into the floor a little bit too. Lengthen, reach up, and release, and swing to the other side. Knees over to the right, left arm comes up high. Maybe that felt good to you too, to engage and push your hips forward a little bit. And then lengthen, lengthen, lengthen all along the left side. Let it feel really good. See what you find here, still exploring and breathing. Come on back to the middle. We'll take one more kind of twist and then final relaxation. Let your right leg lengthen and hug your left knee in. Give it a squeeze. And then bring it all the way across. Nice full body twist. Reaching your left arm away from you. See how much of your body is ready to just release down towards the floor. Inhale what you need and exhale what you don't need. Bring it in with your inhale and release it with your exhale. And then unwind, and we'll take this on the other side, lengthening the left leg, hugging the right knee in for a moment. And bring it across the body. Find that twist here on the other side. Let your body stretch. Let your body breathe. Do this with kindness and gentleness. Kindness and gentleness are so incredibly powerful. I think our culture teaches us that those things are weak, but they are not. They're so strong. They take courage, and they're so powerful. They're not easy to practice. There's nothing weak about them. So give that kindness and that gentleness to your own body. Give it to your mind. Oh my God, the mind needs it. Few breaths. then unwind. And find your way into Shavasana. We've been breathing in what we want and need, and breathing out what no longer serves us. As you rest here for a few moments, just give yourself a break. Give yourself a break for all the things you've been thinking and feeling. Give yourself a break for all the things you have done and all the things you have not done. Give yourself a little bit of slack and latitude, kindness and gentleness. We're not letting ourselves off the hook here or expecting less. We're letting ourselves down. We're giving ourselves kindness and understanding for being a human being. And you'll be back to working hard and trying hard in just a moment. But for now, you don't have to try hard. You have full permission to just take a break and relax and know that you're really doing your best. Breathing and relaxing together here for a few moments. Noticing how you feel in your body as you breathe. Knowing that that is all you have to do is rest. Take a little break. Rest and soften everywhere quietly for just another few moments. And the next time you're ready, you inhale and reach the arms up overhead. Extend nice and long. Reach your body along, long legs, long toes and arms. You can stay resting if you wish. You can begin to sit up if you wish. Notice how you feel for a breath or two. I hope your body feels good. You're a little bit woke up. I hope you found some wonderful breaths to take. And I'll say namaste and stop the recording. Give yourself some kindness today. Namaste.